And now, the last but not the least, we have Natasha Dennerstein, who will take us back to Europe and back to the past. And she will read us from Bertolt Brecht. Natasha Dennerstein grew up in a home in Melbourne, Australia, where her grandparents, Jewish immigrants from Belarus, which is close to Ukraine, spoke Polish, Russian, Yiddish and Hebrew, and sometimes a combination of all of them. She learned German and studied German literature before eventually becoming a poet. She had had poetry published in several journals in Australia, New Zealand and the USA. Her debut collection, Anatomize, was published in 2015 by Norfolk Press in San Francisco. She believes that the writing and themes of Bertolt Brecht are still relevant in 2016. Bertolt Brecht was born in 1898 in Bavaria, Germany, and began writing plays while working at an army hospital. Brecht's work fit nicely with the Dadaist and Marxist movement of the time. The increased dissatisfaction with society after World War I fit Brecht's anti-bourgeois writing. He fled Nazi Germany in 1933 and moved to Scandinavia and to the USA, living in Santa Monica, California from 1941 to 1949, eventually settling in Berlin. One of Brecht's most important theatrical principles was what he called the Verfremdungseffekt, and I apologize for doing this to this word, defamiliarization effect, often mistranslated as alienation effect. This involved, Brecht wrote, stripping the event of its self-evident, familiar, obvious quality and creating a sense of astonishment and curiosity about them. To this end, Brecht employed techniques such as the actor's direct address to the audience, harsh and bright stage lighting, the use of songs to interrupt the action, explanatory placards, the transposition of text to the third person or past tense in rehearsals, and speaking the stage directions out loud. In his plays and poems, Brecht embraced anti-bourgeois themes and the nature of the artist in exile, having spent much of his life in exile from his native Germany. Brecht died in what was then East Berlin in 1955. Let's welcome Natasha.
Thank you, Zarina. The first one is called Die Bücherverbrennung, which is the burning of the books, or the book burning. Als das Regime befahl, Bücher mit schädlichem Wissen öffentlich zu verbrennen und alle taubten Ochsen gezwungen wurden, Karren mit Büchern zu den Scheiterhaufen zu ziehen, entdeckte ein verjagter Dichter, einer der besten, die Liste der verbrannten Studie und, entsetzt, dass seine Bücher vergessen waren, er eilte zum Schreibtisch, zornbeflügelt, und schrieb einen Brief an die Machthaber. Verbrennt mich, schrieb er mit fliegenden Federn. Verbrennt mich. Tut mir das nicht an, lasst mich nicht übrig. Habe ich nicht immer die Wahrheit berichtet in meinen Büchern? Und jetzt werde ich von euch wie ein Lügner behandelt. Ich befehle euch, verbrennt mich. And my translation is the burning of the books. When the regime commanded that books containing harmful knowledge should be publicly burned, and in every quarter teams of oxen carted boxes of books to the bonfires, the exiled poet, one of the greatest, discovered that the list of forbidden books had forgotten to include his. Fueled with rage, he rushed to his writing desk and wrote straight away to the powers that be. Burn me, with his flying quill, he wrote, burn me. Don't do this to me. Don't leave me out. Haven't I always reported the truth in my books? Yet now you treat me like a liar. I command you, burn me. And here's another one. Shall I read the German or just the English?
Yeah.
Read the German?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lob des Lernens, which is in praise of learning. Lerne die einfachste. Für die, deren Zeit gekommen ist es nie zu spät. Lerne das ABC, es genügt nicht, aber lerne es. Lass es dich nicht verdrießen. Fang an. Du musst alles wissen. Du musst die Führung übernehmen. Lerne, Mann in Asyl. Lerne, Mann im Gefängnis. Lerne, Frau in der Küche. Lerne, 60-Jähriger. 60-year-old. Suche die Schule auf, Obdachloser. Verschaffe dir Wissen, Frierender. Hungriger, greif nach dem Buch. Es ist eine Waffe. Du musst die Führung übernehmen. Scheue dich nicht zu fragen, Genosse. Lass dir nichts einreden. Sieh selber nach. Was du nicht selber weißt, weißt du nicht. Prüfe die Rechnung. Du musst sie bezahlen. Lege den Finger auf jeden Posten. Frage, wie kommt er hierher? Du musst die Führung übernehmen. And my translation in praise of learning. Learn the simplest of things, you whose time has come. It is never too late. Learn the alphabet. It's not enough, but learn it. Don't let it discourage you. Start immediately. You need to know everything. You have to take over the leadership. Learn, guy locked up in the psychiatric facility. Learn, guy locked up in prison. Learn, woman in the kitchen. Learn, 60-year-old. You have to take over the leadership. Hey you, homeless guy, seek out the school. Cold and freezing guy, sharpen your wits. Grab that book, hungry guy. It is a weapon. You have to take over the leadership. Do not be too shy to ask, brother. Don't be won over. See for yourself. Unless you know something for yourself, you might as well not know it. Check the bill. It is you who has to pay it. Put your finger on every item and ask, how did this get here? You have to take over the leadership. With love from Mommy.